It's a Topo Chico day, y'all. I was gonna make a dirty martini, and then I was like, it seems like too much work to get all this stuff out. Pop in a can, so much easier. So grab your drink, let's get into it. Hello, how are you? My name is Chevis, or Chevy Rel. We are in the stuff room, hence Chevy Rel's Stuff, the name of this little thing we call a podcast that I know isn't a podcast because it's a video, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. We talk about knitting and fibery things here on this channel, and we partake in cocktails because we're all responsible adults who drink responsibly, right? And it's fun to have a little bevy with your friends while you're talking about all the things that you love. We are going to pop right into it real quick. This will be the episode before Rhinebeck. So for those of you going to Rhinebeck or Cake Palooza or this will be the last time you see me before either one of those events where I will be IRL. I will get to see your faces like you see my face on here. I was going to say all the time, but not really all the time. But I will get to see your face, all of those of you who are on the other side of this thing. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Cake Palooza is an event that is on the Friday before Rhinebeck, or New York Sheep and Wool. New York Sheep and Wool is on Saturday and Sunday. Cake is on Friday. Let me turn my phone off because that's going to be annoying. Cake Palooza, or Cake, you'll hear people call it Cake, is a ticketed event. So the information is going to be linked in the show notes below. However, I will tell you so that you don't have to Google it unless you want to. It is Friday, October 17th from 10:30 to 5:30, and those are ticketed events by like the hour or hours. So the way they do it is all the tickets are super fun names. For those of you who haven't bought your tickets yet, you'll see when you do buy your tickets, because you should go buy your tickets because it's going to be awesome. A milk ticket is 10 to 11:50. So 2 hours, just shy of 2 hours. Oh no, that's an hour and a half. Okay, so a milk ticket is 10 to 11:50, and that's $27.68. I'm guessing the difference is first come, first serve with the vendors, right? So if you want to make sure that you get the thing that you want to get, you'll want to get there in the morning, yeah? But a lot of you are coming from out of town, so then you'll get the afternoon tickets. There is a sugar ticket from 12 to 150 for $22.28. Cream ticket from 2 to 350, $16.88. And then the need ticket is 4 to 5:30, also $16.88. I will be there all day long. And the reason that I will be there all day long is because I'm hanging out with Robin at the Yarnbirds truck, and there are going to be fun things there. ZZ Textiles is going to be hanging out as well. I believe Rachel's going to be there. Maybe she's just making an appearance. Now I don't know. I might be misspeaking. I think she's going to be there. We get to hang out together because we talked about it. If you guys haven't met Rachel, she's so much fun. She's our people. Just trust me, she's our people. She is a yarn dyer behind ZZ Textiles, and only at Yarnbirds. I meant to say only at Cake. I mean, yes, it's only at Yarnbirds, but it's only at Yarnbirds during Cake. There are going to be colorways. I know I talked about it last time, but somebody might not have seen it last time, so we're going to go over it again. And I have pictures. She is dyeing 3 colorways based on the Chevy Rel Stuff atmosphere. Is that a thing? We'll say that. This room that I sit in. And the first one, and you guys, first off, I have to tell you, I've not seen the yarn yet. It is not dyed. It's a surprise. But she has these pictures that I'm going to show you, and that is what the colorways are going to be based on. So we have Dirty Martini, because duh. Man, I really dropped the ball. I should have made a Dirty Martini. I should have just bit the bullet and got all the stuff out and made it. Like, it's hard. I was just being lazy. I was real excited to talk to you guys. Okay, so Dirty Martini. Then there is Tarot, and we picked an Alice in Wonderland tarot card from my Alice in Wonderland deck. Love this colorway is going to be bomb. I know it is. All of them are. And then, you guys, I'm going to show you this one in person. Let me get it. I'm going to try to not break it in the process. So, Robin from Yarnbirds, this is her baby. This is her idea. I had nothing to do with it. She and Andrea, our friend, came and we had a girls' weekend, and she came in the stuff room and she saw this and took a picture. This yarn color, that's not any better. Colorway. So there's the plate and there's the cup. It's Gramineda's teacup. I bawled. It made me cry. When she picked this, it made me cry. It can be Christmassy. It's a Noel plate. I mean, it doesn't have to be Christmas. And look, there's even little gems. Those are like gems on there. I have no idea. Crease and Company, Kreiss is what it's stamped. I've never done any research on it, but this is from Amy Raymond. Gramineda's tag right there. No idea who Amy Raymond is. Rymond. Did I say Raymond? Rymond. Amy Rymond. So anyway, the third colorway is going to be Gramineda. So I'm very, 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 very excited. Come see me. And then, of course, I will be on the hill at Rhinebeck. Oh, gosh. I think I was should I say a time? Like 1 o'clock? Is that a good time? I don't know. When's the hill? Let's do 1 o'clock. I will be at Rhinebeck all day, so you will see me. I mean, I'm sure I'll be on the hill for a large part of that time, right? But I will try to be on the hill at 1 o'clock. That being said, Dan, who will discuss things later, is making goodies to pass out. So I will have my coasters. Hold on, let me grab one. I'm not even going to try to put this back up there. I'm going to have Dan do it so I don't break it. Okay, so I'm going to have coasters, and they look like this. A lot of you already have them. That's my logo, and Leanne from Cocktail Hour at the Coop made that for me. And then I will also have stickers. This, like however many, I don't know how many are on there. When they're gone, they're gone. And then Dan is also making a little something. And I'll let him talk about that. So I will have a few freebie things to pass out. And it's just like, thank you guys so much for, hanging out with my crazy. I say it all the time. It's fun. It's just fun. It's fun. We have a good time here in the stuff room, don't you think? I mean, I do. So, get your tickets to cake. Get them. Come see me at Yarnbirds. Buy pretty things. Check out these colorways that I cannot wait for. Robin is also having a cake-specific colorway that she's going to talk about later. There is going to be another colorway that you'll only be able to get at Cake. There's going to be tons of goodies. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. It's goofy. Like, I'm way more excited about this than like Christmas. This is my Christmas. Admin over. Let's talk about some FOs. I have a weird FO. Are you ready for this weirdo FO that you never saw the whip of? These are booties. I have bubble wrap in there so that they stand up because, that's deceiving. They only look cute when stuff's in them. So this is a pattern from a million years ago. And I'm talking like when I first started knitting outside of like past scarves. Like this was like a, I don't know if you can see, there's like, I mean, I don't even remember it. Sorry, there's like dog hair on them. There was a little turn in the toe. These were little baby Ugg boots. I actually think this might be so old, you guys, that I have a project page for the first pair that I made. So the pattern called for this suede yarn that you could get at Michael's. I don't even remember what it was, but they, like back when Ugg boots were popular. I know some of you still wear them. That's fashion choice. You own it, girl. You own it. I just thought the little baby boots were cute, and it was when Uggs like first came out and were first popular and everybody loved them and yada yada, and they made this pattern. Well, I knit the same pattern. I knit it with the suede to mimic the actual Ugg part of it, and they were really cute. But then I had this like kind of sheepy, bubbly, boucle looking, this is all box store. A lot of talking. I was looking for something the other day in my craft room, and I have kind of like, this, I have no junk drawers. I live in the Midwest. Oh, this is a good question. So there is, sorry, you guys, I'm in a really good mood today, so I'm like going to be like probably really annoying. So there is a page on Facebook called like Midwest Love or From the Midwest, something about the Midwest. And for those of you who are outside of the States, within the United States, I am considered in the Midwest. It's like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and all the kind of like that little lump up in there. And there's all these things that we do in the Midwest that people on the coasts are like, oh, that's so Midwest. One of them you might have heard about is the Midwest goodbye, which I am totally not a fan of. I feel like I'm a hodgepodge of a bunch of different things. I'm that person that when I'm done, I want to be like, bye, see ya, and walk out the door. But in the Midwest, that is not what it is. There is an actual like Midwest goodbye drawn out. Like it starts with you going, well, and that's kind of the sign that the goodbye is starting, right? And then there's many steps in between you saying whelp and actually getting up and making your way to the door because you have to grab all your stuff, whatever. So then you stand at the door with your hand on the doorknob for a minute, and then you like make your way out to the car. You hug a bunch of times. It's this big, long, drawn out process, and I hate it. I just want to say goodbye and leave. So I'm very not Midwest in that era of thing, or in that vein of things, right? But I grew up with Graham and Ada, who did not have one junk drawer, but several junk drawers. And I just thought that everybody had a junk drawer. But I saw a meme the other day on the Midwest thing that if you live in the Midwest, everybody has a junk drawer. And I never thought about, do y'all not have junk drawers? Because, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. It might be bullshit. But it did make me think, like, are there really other people who don't have junk drawer? Like, I just thought it was normal. When we remodeled our kitchen, oh, and it's always in the kitchen. The junk drawer is in the kitchen. I mean, you might have junk drawers other places, but it's usually in the kitchen. So when we remodeled our kitchen, we don't have a junk drawer. We don't have a junk drawer. However, I have a craft room, and there's plenty of junk places in there. And one of the things that I found when I was looking for something in my, like a junk bin, were these completely finished, except they needed to be seamed. That's it. The only thing, and the tails were all long. All they had to do was be seamed, and I just never did it. So these are years old. Like years. We've been in this house for 9 years, and I think I made these on Franklin, our old house. So there's an FO, a weirdo one. It'll go in the bin for when somebody, has a baby. And I was going to bring the fan in here because you know. Next FO. I have two count them 2. Some of you already know what the one is because I shared a video on Instagram. And was it lost on anyone that I totally recorded? You can tell that I don't do reels. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot. And I recorded it landscape. And then I was like, what the hell did I do that for? I'll put it at the end. I recorded a video, a blocking video in landscape. And then I was like, what did I do that for? I needed to record that in portrait mode. So I tried to camouflage it by I'm totally tattling on myself. I tried to camouflage it with like spiders and dancing skeletons and shit. Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. So if I ever do a reel again, I'll remember it needs to be portrait mode. Hashtag, you know your old one. So, Rhinebeck sweater number 1 complete. This is the P-Rex, and it's getting glare, sorry. P-Rex by Suzanne Sommer. Look at it, look at it. The blocking video, I'll share the blocking video. I was worried. I was worried. It was like real funky looking, but it blocked out very nice. This was like way up here and it did this like weirdo curly thing. It is so nice. Okay, so this color light there, it blows out the color, I feel like, but the gray, which, hold on. There we go. So this is Ex Libris fiber in the Wuthering Heights colorway, and the purple, which all of those of you who went to Flock scored yourself some print stuff from Fiber Hustle. They had bags and yarn to match it was awesome. I, of course, was not out there because it's on the other side of the planet for me, or country, you know. But this is Fiber Hustle When Doves Cry. Actually, I had quite a bit left over. I had to get into all my skeins. I think I had, I think I had 4 and 3 or 3 and 2. Maybe I had 3 and 2. But I have this much left. There's, man, you see the little specky colors in there? There's always a frickin' ditto hair, isn't there? You can kind of see there's like some little green splotches and some purpley, and then this. I love it. You can also wear this the other way. So I'm excited. Did you guys see my Naughty Nitress t-shirt? I'm excited to wear like a graphic. Sorry if I'm yelling at you. I feel like I have to talk louder the further away from the iPad I am. Like a graphic tee, something cute underneath it. But then if you have like a really cool patterned shirt, you can wear it this way. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so good. It's so like drapey, and see the brioche. Isn't it cute? It's so different. I love anything that has character, you guys. Normal's so boring. It's like the biggest insult somebody could give to me, to call me boring. Are you kidding me? Okay, so that's the first one. Again, that is the P-Rex by Suzanne Sommer. And Summer, I forgot. It's pronounced Summer. It looks like summer, it's pronounced Summer. She goes, Knits Under Sosu Knits is her company, and this pattern is $7.92. And then my final FO is, you got it. Dun, da, da, second Rhinebeck sweater. Two. Check it out. It's my ranunculus. I need to fix this. I don't like how I need to pull that. It's like laying funny. I'll fix it though. So, ranunculus. This yarn is 29 bridges. I got it at the Yarn Birds. There's this gold piece that looks like regular sock yarn. I can't remember the base. It's their sock. And then, well, wait, I found the tags. So 29 bridges. The yellow, the mustardy color, is their non-superwash sock, which is 100% merino, and this is the brass tacks colorway. And then I held it double with their Surrey silk in Scotch moss colorway. Remember how I told you that I was sweating? Even more now as I'm standing in the sun. Real quick, I'm like all up in you, girl. Real quick, it's all I had left. It's all I had left. Potato chippy, loved this knit. Let me get out of the little sunspots. Loved it. I did the long sleeves and I went as long as I could before I thought I was going to, like, I won at Yarn Chicken. I mean, I know that that's more than, you know, but still, that's not a lot. I couldn't have gotten another row. So I picked the large, because there's different neck sizes and different sleeve lengths. I picked the wider neck because I can't stand to be choked. And then I picked the longer sleeves. I went longer on the body than they said. Like from the armpit to here, the pattern only called for 4 inches. I went longer than that. And then everything else, I followed pattern. The sleeves were super interesting, you guys. This is a I-cord bind off, and then there's like a little like bunchy, so there's like some more out here, and then it's, I don't know, I've never knit a sleeve like that. And there was part of me that's like, I'm just gonna do the ribbing, like the top and the bottom. And I was like, no, I'm following the damn pattern. And I'm so glad I did. This sleeve is fun. It's fun. So I'm very excited to knit another one. I mean, it'll be a little bit. I have to take it off now. Whoo! It smells delicious. I'm blocking my stuff currently with a solid Tuft Woolens bar. So it's just like a bar of soap and you swish it around. You rinse it. It's not like Eucalyptus that's no rinse. You rinse it. But it smells so good. I am a hot mess. I will be wearing that sweater, my Ranunculus, which is by, and I, you know, when I first started I had to move the camera. There were technical difficulties. My freaking light fell, that whole, when I was putting my sweater. Anyway, when I first started this shindig that we call Chevy Rell's Stuff, I got a comment about how rude it was of podcasters to not take the time to pronounce a designer's name right. It always stuck with me, and I feel like an asshole that I don't know, but I don't know how you find it. You know, celebrity, you can Google an interview where they say it, you know, or an author or something. Where would I look to see how you pronounce it? So I am totally aware that I'm butchering these names, and please know I feel like a big asshole about it, okay? But would you rather me just not say it at all? I mean, So the Ranunculus that has like 30,000 some projects on Ravelry is by Midori Hirose or Hirose. It's Hirose. So it's either Hirose. That actually, now that I'm saying that, like my name's Chevis, y'all. Chevis. Can you imagine growing up in like the 80s and teachers are like roll calling names? They would like say, you know, Susie, Bobby, Deborah, Chevis. I mean, I knew. So that has never bothered me when someone mispronounces my name. So I'm sorry that I mispronounce names. Sorry, not sorry? I don't know. Anyway, it's a $6.70 pattern, and a boatload of people have knit it. I can definitely see myself knitting another one. I usually don't reknit patterns. Very rarely do I knit the same pattern. Like I knit a few muscle burras, you know, like some of them. But this one has so many options, which I talked about the last time. I won't keep beating a dead horse, but there are lots of options. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Highly recommend. And those are all my FOs. What you think about them apples? Let's talk about some whips. Whips! I feel like I can't say whips without the whips. Okay, let me see here. So, the OGs. I got away from it a little bit, and I'm not quite sure why, because I've busted on that Surrey Silks all over. I'm not quite sure why, because I've busted them back out again, and I frickin' love them. My ball sacks. I love my ball sacks. This one is an OG bag, Steel City Stitcher. I love this bag. I don't know if she still makes them. This is an old bag, but look how cute it is. It's canvas. There's 2 snaps, right? She has her tag. And the cool thing about it is you could like carry it. Nothing falls out. I mean, unless you're putting change in there, but who carries change? Loose stitch markers maybe, which now that I say that, I know there's some in here. There are some in here. Anywho, it's my sock. I don't know the last time you saw these. These are like there went the stitch marker. I mean, look at this stitch marker. It's the teeniest, tiniest. I keep it in my other bag. It's great. And now do you think they'll ever make it back to their home? The reason I have those is for my Fish Lips Kiss heel, which I've done. Check it out. I turned the heel, y'all. These are my bar socks. My bar knitting socks, or my train station. That looks really long, doesn't it? I haven't tried them on. Why does that look so long? My train knitting socks or doctor's office socks, but I usually call it my bar knitting. This is what I take to restaurants. And this yarn is, I don't know, it was gifted to me. Thank you so much. And the pattern is already in it for those who have never knit with this kind of yarn, and you haven't seen those in a long time, and I showed them to you. I have my Leela Styles Golden Girls yarn condom in my ball sack because, ball sacks are fun, y'all. And then I use my Chevirel's sock worksheet. I forget what I call it. Chevirel's sock tube formula. And that it all stays right in there, and it lives in my bag in my car, and I grab it, and it's easy, and they don't get a lot of love all the time, but a little bit. So, turn the heel, that's a thing. You probably won't see those again forever. We have another Leela Styles bag, which I frickin' love so much. Look at it. You guys, spooky season's coming. I'm so excited. It's like my time. It's my time. I know a lot of you feel the same way, but okay, this is my, what's it called? Knot Blanket by Shannon Long at Blue Fern Yarns, and it is a free pattern, and I am using my Pretty Twisted Advent calendar from a couple years ago, and I think that it might officially be too big to take places. I was taking this to dinner, but I'm this far. I don't remember where I was the last time. Oh, you guys, I forgot. I haven't knit on a pattern this big in a long time. I need to put, I have 982,000 stitch markers, and there is not one laying right here. I don't remember where it was the last time you saw it, but isn't it cool? Ta-da! Oh my gosh, it is covered in hair. That'd be my hair. Because oh wait, there's a progress keeper. I move it every time I knit to see how far I get in one sitting. So now I'm going to have to try and remember that the spider is the podcast progress, and I'm going to have to put another one in for my daily or whatever. It smells like flowery, like not me. I smell like patchouli. I don't know if any of you've ever gotten that close to me. Some of you probably have. I smell like patchouli or earthy scents. This smells like a grandma, like a flower Where would this have been that it smells like that? I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just like surprising. Weird. Okay. So there's that. And then I have, which this is a weird color transition. So I wind these up so that I have the next one ready. So, which I can't believe I didn't notice that. Oh, hey, now I'm ripping the stitches off the needles, which is why these are in here. Why don't I have them on it? Damn it. I have Don't Be a Hippopotamus. And I also have Intrusive Thoughts Have Entered the Chat. Chink. Now they won't fall off anymore. But I guess I didn't notice that I was that done. So I will tell you, as far as how I'm knitting things, see this little guy, that little strand? I am Russian joining everything. I'm that person. I also, on my P-Rex, Russian joins. That's it. I like it. I like it. It works. Sometimes it wouldn't work for all knits, I suppose. I can't possibly explain what a Russian join is in words. I will link one below so that you can get on YouTube and put in Russian join. But they kind of like fold back on themselves. They do one of these things. So there is a small part of it that gets like a little fat booger. Hold on. Actually, I think, stand by. Actually, hold on. This is just me. I've had half of this, you guys. It's a day. Okay, as I'm watching this, all I can think of is this is my hummingbird brain that you are seeing in real time. What's happening is I have so many thoughts in my brain that I can't possibly get them all out at the same time, and my processor cannot decide which one it wants to say first. It's sort of like having a whole bunch of windows open on your computer. That's how my brain works. It happens often. So this color transition, let me show you this first. It goes from this to this. Now, I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it, but this is more like a Christmassy, and then it goes back to a pink. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, that breaks that up, but I'm knitting them in order of receiving them. So, or, like opening them in the Advent. I don't care that they're in any sort of order. I like things in order. So like the way my brain works, I want to knit it in the order I opened them. So I know some people like rearrange things and put them like in a rainbow order. I mean, we all have our quirks, right? So this Russian join, I noticed on my P-Rex, you could see it. It was a little chunky, and I thought, oh, you can totally tell, but not enough for me to give a flying rat's ass, which I don't know where that saying came from. Probably my dad, but why would a rat's ass be flying? Well, here you go. If it's this hard for me to find, I know I saw one. I guess it doesn't matter, right? So there you go. But I do know that there are some people who would be very, very picky about a Russian join because there is just a skosh of a little nubbin sometimes. And looky there, I missed a stitch. This is why you shouldn't look that close at your stuff, I guess. Oh, I just knit it instead of purled it. I didn't miss it. Whatevs. There's the lesson. I like Russian joins because then you don't have to weave in ends. I know some people like the weave in Steven, and I've done that on some things, but I don't know. There's something about it. It's like backup cameras. Something about it I don't trust. It's like people who don't take naps. You know who you are. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I have one more whip. And this is also one that I dug out. I wanted to use this bag. I love this bag. This is an OG bag. It was not a bag maker. It was when this was probably like the second or third project bag that I ever purchased. And I got it on Etsy. And they were just a bag maker. They weren't a knit bag maker. Or a project bag maker. So I have no idea if they even still, Kiku, Kiku, KO. And I feel like I looked them up before and they weren't, like, they're not a bag maker. So, but anyway, I love this bag. Look at the little, like, the little peoples on it. And it's canvas. And it has this cool, like, metallic strap. Sorry, I'm showing you the coolness that you can't get, unless maybe they are there. It was on Etsy, Kiku. I was like, what is in this? It is the Slantway. Where am I? The slant. Oh, I lied. I have another whip. The question is, where is it? I'm going to have to go on a scavenger hunt. So this is not my last whip, but it's called Slantways The Mittening by Christy Lee. It's a free pattern, and I had one done. I'm sure I've shown it on here. Completely forgot about it. Completely. It is wool yarn. Do I have the tag? Yes. It is. Oh my gosh, me wearing wool when it's like so hot. Rowan Colorscape Chunky. No colorway name. So I'm like, what the hell? Now, who knows if my gauge has changed? I knit this forever. I don't even remember. Maybe last year? Don't know. I'd stolen the needles, so I just used the same needle size that the pattern called for, and I made it this far. Look at that little teacup. Speaking of teacups, I have this and a little teacup that matches it. Isn't it cute? I'm that far. It's a really fast knit. I don't know why I put it down. I'm guessing because there was something that I was obsessed about knitting, and then I hung this bag up there and just forgot it was in there. I'll finish that. I'll probably gift these. I actually think I remember who I was making them for. Maybe they'll get them for Christmas. And now stand by, because I am going to go hunt down my other knit, which is the knit I've been working on the whole time I've been watching the World Championship track and field. So I'm hoping that means it's on my spot. You know, we all have the spot, right? Found it. It was in the car. I don't remember doing that. But it's in another one of my ball sacks. Do you remember this one? My goldfish brain, I feel like a big asshole. She was, oh gosh, she was so cute. I can't remember her name, you guys. A little girl made these. Do you remember? Some of you probably have it. Put it in the comments below, because I'm a jerk and don't remember. She was selling these to get an Apple Watch. Remember, she started sewing. I want to say she was like 10. And look how cute the inside is. Because I love ball sacks. And it has one of these. But she sewed these to raise enough money for an Apple Watch, and she got it. It's been so long ago. The pattern is on my end table. Okay. This is the Turnover by Shana or Shana. I think it's Shana. S-H-A-N-A. Shana Cohen. Shana S. Cohen. And this is a $7 pattern. And you can't really tell from that because I printed it out here at home and we don't have colored ink. But I have one done. These are the Turnover mitts. I am this far on my second one. The construction is super interesting. The yarn I'm using is Trilogy yarns. Again, you can't get it. Old school. This was the main skein from her Halloween Advent several years ago. And they're a super quick knit. I will tell you, I'm going to be critical. This is not a beginner pattern. I had to think. It's a fun pattern to knit, but to follow, I had to really think about it, to like wrap my head around the construction of it. Now, she does have diagrams in here. So first off, it's a $7 pattern. You get fingering and worsted. I did not know that. Ravelry just said, because I didn't read it, probably on down. But you know how on Ravelry it says the yarn weight for the pattern? It says fingering. So maybe like down in the description it said fingering and worsted, and I just didn't see it. but you get the pattern for fingering and worsted. So that was a super nice surprise. I will make these again. They would be a great gift. They're a quick knit. It's garter. They're fun to knit. There was just some, like, I really had to, I'm like, wait, now what? The way it works is that's the fingering weight, and then the next couple pages is worsted weight. So I get to a point, and I know you're supposed to read the whole pattern. I know. And I probably did glance at it when I got it. I don't read through the entire thing. What I do as I say, not as I do. What I do is I read the abbreviations used to make sure I know how to do all of those things. Knit 2 together, knit 2 together through the back loop, knit 3 together, knit 3 together through the back loop. I got you. Slip with yarn in front. I can do all those things. That's what I look at. Then I just start knitting. So I get to a spot. And I am so freaking confused. I'm reading it and rereading it, and the count's not working. I'm like, what is happening? And I set it down because I was irritated. So then the next day, fresh eyes, coffee, I'm doing it again. During the men's shot put final, which probably was not the best time because I was like trying to pay attention to it. And then I was like looking down, and then I like got frustrated, and I'm like, okay, I have to pause it because I'm not this dumb. I go on, I'm like, is there an errata? All these people have knit it. I mean, it has, I don't know how many projects it has, but it has a few. And I'm so confused because nobody else is saying anything. You guys, like, there's diagrams. There's diagrams, which still took me, like, it took me a beat to like, okay, now what? Even with the diagrams. But it's because of the diagrams that I ended up figuring it out. I'm aware I keep saying diagrams when really I mean pictures or photos. It's not a diagram, they're photos. I don't know why I keep saying it. I might be the only one, but I felt like I needed to say that. I feel like maybe, and I'm not somebody to like tell somebody how to do something, but it would have been helpful for me if in the pattern they would have said reference diagram A1 or whatever. Then I would have been like, oh. And she doesn't call them diagrams. She says, use the photos in addition to the written directions to orient your work. And I would have never, ever figured out how to do it without this picture. The written words do not, like you just wouldn't figure it out. And then if there would have been something in here that said refer to the picture, that just would have been way helpful. So if you knit these, know you have to have read a bunch of pattern. Like it's not the flax sweater. Like it's not holding your hand. You have to know. And then plus on top of knowing, there's still learning curve on the construction. But once you figure it out, you're like, oh, that's clever. And it probably would be hard to put into words. I don't know how you'd explain it without a visual. But anyway, that's a whole lot of talky. There is not a right and a left. They're all the same. There is a thumb hole, which she does say that you can put an actual thumb on if you wanted to. I wasn't about that. I wanted it to be easy, and this is fine. It's, symmetrical. There isn't a right and a left. So you do this, and there it is. And it's called the turnover, which this is another thing. It's called the turnover mitt. So I'm like, so do you turn this thing over? There's like 2 project pages where people actually show it, and there it is turned over. You could knit it longer. Like, I didn't know, right? I didn't know because it didn't really explain it very well. I don't know. So you could knit this longer, like you can cast on, and she might say that in there, but the word, like when she said it, I didn't know. I felt like I needed to make it to understand what was happening because there weren't a lot of pictures with it turned over. So when you turn it back over, like this is double right here, and then it comes down to here, right? And she did say you can put the thumb wherever you want, but I never would have been able to figure that out without making, like, I wouldn't have been able to mod it without making it as the pattern was written first. Now, the next one I knit, I might cast on more stitches and bring the thumb hole down more. And this is more, it's not like a mitten so much. I mean, they're like those little mittens for newborns so they don't scratch themselves. I feel like it's not meant to be worn like this. And I knew this part. I kind of figured this. It's more for like when you're walking, you know, like say you're, I don't know, on campus or something, and you're just walking from one class to another or one doctor's office to, I don't know, whatever. Like you just flip it over. You're at a football game and it's cold when you're walking from A to B. You know, you can like flip those over for the moment that you're walking, but the majority of the time you're going to be wearing it like this. At least that's how I feel. And I wanted to tell you guys, in case you wanted to knit this, that those were my thoughts on it. And now you can decide for yourself if you want them or not. There's a wonky bit right there that I don't know what I did. Something wrong, apparently. I like them. Like I said, once I figured it out, it's a fun knit. It's a quick knit. It's something different. You know me, I love a different construction. It's, you know, it's just different. I think it's fun. Would I knit them again? Most definitely. I'm going to make them in worsted. I think they'll make fun gifts. She also tells you can do 2 colors. So like you can do this panel in one color and this panel in another. It's actually it's half finished, right? Oh, and you do a provisional cast on. So there you have it. Those are all my things. I talked a whole lot. I'm parched. Take a drink. Ta-da! Okay, I am going to, how do I want to do this? Oh, and you use 2 needles. You use 2 circular needles. I have to tell you, I'm using 3s. And I was like, I have more 3s. Sure I do. I think these are Chiaogu, right? With the red. They're not my favorite. I know, don't come for me. I know y'all love your Chiaogus. They're just okay. I prefer Haya Sharps. They are my needle of choice, which I have Haya Sharps, but they're interchangeable and I'd have to like get the cord, screw on the thing and blah, blah. And I was like, whatever, I know I have another one. I'm like, okay, here's my other 3. These I think are Knitter's Pride maybe or something like that. They're pretty. I hate them. For one, they need sanded. They're like boogered up here. They're beautiful. That's the only thing. You're lucky you're pretty. It's the only thing they have going for them. The other thing, woods. I am not a wood needle person. I feel like wood needle, and I'd be interested to hear in the comments. I feel like wood knitters are for beginner-ish and people who are scared that their stitches are going to pop off their needle and they can't fix them, like maybe with a lace. They are too grabby for me. I am way too fast of a knitter. These slow me down. The yarn sticks on. I just, meh. For the next one, I'm going to take the time and bust out my Hayas. Next, should I put Dan's segment in or should I do miscellaneous? I think I'm going to pop Dan's section in here somewhere. There's your ditto sighting. New day, new drink. I'm drinking No Yeah. No Yeah. This is a Midwest thing. I talked about Midwest earlier. And it's in my Woolies koozie. I love these foam koozies. My crafty wench. And the Woolies. Do you guys remember the Woolies podcast? I miss them.
And I have Athletic Brewing Run Wild IPA. Go me.
Clinkies, even though
Cheers.
you're not supposed to clink with
With what?
non-alcoholic beverages.
It said that was perfectly fine. Google did.
Dan's not drinking because he's in training mode. You are running a 10K?
10K.
On
Probably
Saturday.
as you people are watching this.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you put this up on Friday,
Yep.
a lot of you will watch this on Saturday. So if
With
you're watching
coffee.
this on Saturday morning Eastern time, I'll be out shuffling my feet.
So, Dan's segment, what would you like us to know, my love?
I would like you to know this is weird and I'm doing it in the show from now on, not separate. Oh, come on.
It's your schedule, man.
Technology.
Technology. Your schedule was why we couldn't record. He's a busy man. He has run club and bike club and
I have climbing on Mondays, cycling on Tuesdays, running on Wednesdays, my own thing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
your eye's still kind of funky.
Yeah, it is. Allergies. I'm pretty sure it was allergies.
Yeah, we woke up the other day and it was all poofy and weird. Anyway, go on. Yes,
Monday,
he's
Friday.
very busy.
Anyway,
And I have to seize the day when it works. I gotta do it. So anyway,
she does. I am an enabler. I don't have an enabling section, and I don't. Do I want an enabling section? We'll talk about that later. Anyway, I did just want to mention someone in the fiber community, Natalie's Closet Slav. He did a triathlon.
yay,
Go Slav!
Slav!
Okay, I wanted to talk about the merch and penises. So the merch store.
Shut up! Show them.
What was that?
My ring fell off. Show them that.
Why?
You should see Dan's notes.
What do you mean? They're no.
It's very professional.
It's just comments is all.
Okay.
I am still looking into a merch store. I don't know what would be in there if we did anything, but it's not going to be penises. So this will be here in a bit. So we have multiple colors, lots of colors.
They're shiny.
This one is very shiny. So this was a model that I downloaded based on the GNU license, which you don't need to know anything about it other than this was posted online and freely distributed for personal use. If I were to sell these, I would have to pay the author. I don't even know where I got it from anymore. So just from the morality standpoint, I would not sell these. That being said, I did get a comment in here. I know that's not what she meant, but it was hilarious. I think an Etsy shop with Dan's penis would be a hit. Whoa!
I read all the
hang
comments.
on, hang
I don't
on.
remember that
So,
one.
Multiple things wrapped up
Dan's
there.
penises.
It probably wouldn't be an Etsy shop. It would just be a regular storefront.
Dude, I have a side quest for a minute. Speaking of penises, I saw an article the other day. Don't know where or who the chick is,
Okay.
but she was a groupie
Okay.
who like bumped uglies with all these musicians,
Yeah.
starting from like
And
way
took
back
plaster
when.
casts of all their
Took
penises.
plaster casts of their penises.
And now she's selling them.
She has like all the rock stars' penises.
Yeah. Like Mick Jagger, all of them. This is not mine. If I was to
Glad
open a
you're-
merch store and sell tiny printed penises, this is the funniest part, is it wouldn't be on Etsy, because not everything would be handmade or follow the Etsy rules. But the only way I could do that with little penises would be to model a penis and print them based on that modeled penis, and there's only one of those that I know of to get a model from. So
you won't get Dan's penis or a
Right.
tiny replica of Dan's penis.
so these are just free giveaways. They're, fun stuff. So that being said, real quick, just different colors. I have been a printing fool. So we have all of the shapes in all of the colors. We have whitish ones. We have stripy
These are
blue
fun.
ones. We have orange ones.
Cheeto ones, because micro.
And in all those colors, we have all the things. We also have little baby sheep. And that
Tiny
one still
little
has a
baby sheep.
string on his head
And
because
you
someone
can't
hasn't cleaned him up yet.
You can't see that very well. It's glittery.
You can't see it very well. It's glittery
It's
and it
black
color changes.
glitter.
You can kind of tell there. It's like bluish and blackish. But yeah, it's metallic glitter. We have
Little goldy
more colors.
brownie ones.
We also have buttons. Chevis thinks the buttons are dumb. So, she's going to have them. I'm going to send them with her. You're probably going to ask for them because she don't want to give them out, but
I'll get them out.
They're in limited
You want
supply.
buttons?
So if you want buttons, ask her. She'll have a couple of bags of these.
What he's talking about is Rhinebeck. He didn't introduce this right.
I figured you'd... Yeah.
No, I said I was
Go ahead.
saving it all for you.
Introduce. Rhinebeck.
Rhinebeck and Cake. If you see me at Rhinebeck and Cake, we will have a few buttons.
She will have.
I will have, yeah.
I
Dan's
will
not
not
going to be there.
I wasn't invited.
Penises in all colors.
All of these things in all of the colors.
And little baby sheeps. Here's what I'm going to do. I know not everyone wants a penis, and that's fine.
Well,
When you see me on the hill or when you see me at Cake, I'm not going to give them to like just everybody. You have to like know that I have them, right? So you can either say sheep or peen. And if you want a Cheeto micro penis, just say Cheeto peen. So Cheeto peen, or sheep.
this is literally, this color is literally called Cheeto.
I imagine we are going to be swamped busy, and I'm just going to throw all of them in. I mean, I will tell you, last time I was on the hill, there are so many people to say hi to. I felt bad because I couldn't like talk to everybody. I didn't have, it's just kind of a crazy time.
Some people got stuck talking to me.
I don't feel like we're going to have time to pick colors. So I'm just going to like reach in the bag and give you one. So I don't know what color you're going to get unless you want a Cheeto micro peen. I'll keep those separate.
We got a comment. My husband is also named Dan, and he has a 3D printer. God help me with the stuff he makes, but no penis is in sight. LOL. Yeah, hit me up if he wants the model. I'll send it to him.
Oh my God.
And you can have all the little penises you want.
I just replied to that comment today, and I said I never know what you're going to walk in the house with.
That's true.
Which, this is for me, not you. But he walked in with this one yesterday. This is the glitter, and you can't see it. And, you know, like, I can't even see it. I feel like you can only see the glitter when the sun hits it. But look at it. Ah, isn't it cute? He said it's a pain in the butt, though, and this is the only one.
Yeah, I'm
he's
not making any
making.
more of those.
So, yeah, it's mine. It's mine.
Glow-in-the-dark penis pendants.
I wanted glow-in-the-dark filament,
I don't
dude.
have any glow-in-the-dark yet.
I had it in the cart.
We have time before Rhinebeck. There's a good chance that I will get glow-in-the-dark plastic, but I don't know that it'll run through my printer. I think it will. It should, but I gotta make sure. Someone said, if you take 3D printed peens to Rhinebeck, I'll take a blue one, please. It's actually part of a family joke. I'll tell you when I see ya. So there are blue ones. I mean, they're
I'll let you pick
blue
out a
and
blue
silver
one.
striped, but yeah, bring it up. And I can't pronounce any of these names. I can barely pronounce my own name, so I'm not going to throw it out. Whiskey section. I think whiskey is best room temperature. I agree. Depends on the temperature of the room. I throw it on ice a lot of times because a lot of the distillers suggest it on ice, mostly not for the temperature, but for the mixture of water, so that it gets watered down more as you drink it. Why? Don't know. Not an expert. But that's why I normally drink it on ice, is because that's how the distillers recommend.
I imagine that would be dependent on what type of whiskey you're drinking too, right? Not what type, but what, like a higher end bottle you might not want to dilute with water and drink at room temperature. But if it's like maybe a lesser quality, it'd be a little better with water.
I think it's the exact opposite. Jack Daniels doesn't tell you to put it on water, but if you get a $200 bottle of water, put it on ice, because Jack Daniels, you just open bottle, dump in sink. But yeah, the higher end, yeah, you get the big cubes and you put it on ice. Dan, co-founder of Angel's Envy, now has whiskey called True Story. Give it a try. So, I did. Look. There's only one spot anywhere near us that sells it, and I got a hold of them, and they said, well, we were going to, we want to, we aren't yet. They don't have it. The only way I can get it is to order it from True Story, from the distiller, and have it shipped in, which I intend to do. I have not yet. I'm not going to have any whiskey for the next 7 or 8 weeks minimum. Because I have a race this Saturday, and then I have a race on Saturday 6 weeks from then, and that's an ultra. So that'll be 50 miles. Yeah, we're going to wait till after that. So, holiday season.
That could be your celebratory drink after if you could score a bottle.
Oh, I can score it.
I mean, that
Give him your credit card and chip it there.
That could be your, like, woohoo.
Ooh, I should look at that party store in Kentucky, just across the river that Greg goes to.
I'll
bet they have it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that after.
What is that? Covington.
After the run. Yeah, Covington, Kentucky. They have a huge party. It's like an old super Walmart or something. It's nothing but beer and liquor. Maybe I'll do that. And then
Gosh,
someone said, I recommend Eagle Rare whiskey. I swear I've had that, but I don't have a bottle. So probably get some of that and give that a try.
Maybe you've had it when we've been out or something.
That's probably what it is. I don't know what you talked about, but did she get a name? Light's not on. There's a light up above her.
Yes, there are a few names.
Okay.
I haven't picked. They were very good. However,
Steven Tyler.
The harpist had a good idea. She names we have a harpist in the building, in the chat, whatever. She has not one harp, but more than one harp, and you name your harps, and she
Steve
names her harps something along the lines of the person who gave it to her or gifted it to her.
Okay.
So Danielle gifted it.
Right.
Gifted her to me.
It.
I thought maybe we could do some sort of play on words, which would be fun because Danielle is my friend because she was the co-founder of Fort Wayne Fort Wayne Derby Girls, and we all had skate names, so it'd be fun to give her a skate name. Mm-hmm. She does look like Steven Tyler. I laughed when I read that comment.
A little bit about me. Call me crazy, this comment says, but Dan looks like a more slender version of Tom Hardy. Yeah. No, but thank you.
He doesn't have the.
I don't. That I don't. No. Dan, did you really sharpen her knife for her after she almost cut you with it? Dude, are you okay?
He does shit like that for me all the time.
I do. And keep in mind, a sharp tool is safer than a dull tool.
Yes. I hate it when I go, and I'm not a kitchen person. Y'all know that. Smoke detector, song of my people. I hate being in someone's kitchen that has a dull knife. I want to throw it away. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm going to hurt myself. Like, it's scary enough for me
in this
to have
case,
a sharp knife, let alone a dull one.
I would rather her stab me with a butter knife than a sharp butcher knife.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, I did, and yes, I am. Crazy, not okay. Chevis, I've always loved you and your podcast, but now having Dan on every episode is even better. You two are a hoot together. And Ditto, of course, who walked in and said hi and then back out.
He's an old man now. He's an old man.
Yeah. Chevis, you have wonderful taste in men? No, just man.
Oh. I kissed hella frogs, man. I always say I have zero regrets on past relationships, and nobody else should either, because they are who teach you what you really want. And nothing bad against them. My dad used to say there's an ass for every seat. You got to try a few, and you figure out what you like and want. And the things that I didn't want that, we've all done when we're kissing toads is how I can appreciate what I have. I mean, I say that all the time. I'm very fortunate because I'm a whole lot, in case y'all haven't figured that out.
We're all very fortunate. And the last one, I thought I had talked about this before, but it came up in a comment, so maybe not. Does Dan have a freebie person? No. Because if I had a freebie person, it'd be like the neighbor.
Yeah.
Or the girl at Run Club
he
or something.
Says that.
Like, I'm not picking someone in Hollywood that I'll never meet. I'm picking someone down the road that I can get drunk one night. So Dan, no, I do not have a freebie person.
I am a huge...
She's my freebie person.
I'm a huge movie person. I love movies. I love playing the actor game. IMDb is my most used app on my phone. I read the trivia to everything. It's my jam. I love it. I love to talk to people about movies. Like, I love movies. Dan doesn't. Like, he could give two shits. Like, he just learned who Taylor Swift was like 5 years ago, and I'm not kidding. Who Dan likes is triathletes. We'll watch Iron Man Kona on television, and he's drooling over, what's her name? Charles Barkley.
I'm not drooling.
Lucy Charles Barkley. Lucy Charles, what's her name? Charles Barkley always comes to mind because that's what it sounds like.
I don't drool over anyone.
But they're who you think are hot. And I'm like, dude,
Agreed.
I'm never gonna look like that. But you're never gonna look like Tom Hardy. Sorry. Anyway, what's her name? Lucy?
Lucy Charles Barkley.
It is Charles Barkley.
Barkley. Yeah.
Barkley, whatever.
Not Barkley.
It's
like
the only one that I
basketball player.
remember her name because it's like the basketball player.
Yeah. And the last thing I had was events. Y'all threw out... Oh, that's not the last thing I have. But y'all threw out a bunch of events that you think we should come to, and a lot of them also extended invitations to stay with you. And I want to say, careful what you wish for. I've done all this stuff around here, and I'll do it again, but like I said, I am running an ultra later this year. So not just triathlons, Ironman, stuff like that. Like, I'm doing other stuff, going to the climbing gym. Yeah, if you send me, what was the one?
Jason Momoa climbs. I just want to say that.
Yeah, he does. No, I don't have it in here now, but it was like an all uphill, one way, crazy marathon or something. I'm like, ooh, that's a little bit different. Maybe we'll try that.
For what, running or
so
cycling?
that one was a marathon, so that was just running. But cycling events, centuries, stuff like that, I'm doing more of that stuff. So careful what you wish for, because you just might get us on your porch. Which, cool.
We would need their address for that, but okay.
Oh, I can.
Also, I would never do that. I would never do that.
just knock on your door and be like, hey, here you have a spare room.
Hey. The crazy lady from the internet is here with her man. He's running a race.
I had, hey Dan, I also wear my hand knit socks a bunch outside of shoes, so this is for you.
I just saw this comment today too.
Well, not today too. I put this in here a long time ago when I made these beautifully formatted
I
notes.
read the comment today in reply. Tread.
Oh, did you reply? I didn't see it.
Tread. What's it called?
I do a slip stitch continuation technique. In fact, I have a tutorial for it that I call the Tread Heavy recipe.
Tread heavy.
It has really lengthened the life of my socks. Also, same comment. When we sat down to record, she was like, can you get rid of this film? I think I've ruined it. So we were talking about the film on the windows. There were a couple comments on this. It seems to be working beautifully. I love it. So I did these windows to test. Looks good. Came out good. You can't tell it's on there. The room feels cooler. I don't have any... I mean, that's a very objective measurement, subjective measurement. But I have two little windows that she put some weird film on. I'm going to peel off, put the good film on here.
No, I want that.
And then we can put that back, but that's what I'm doing with that.
It's
anyway.
like iridescent window cling, and I like it. It casts rainbows when the sun comes in.
Yes, and it can go back on. But I bought the film to do all of the windows, and I have it cut, it's ready to go. I just have to put it on. I didn't because it had this other stuff on it. On that note, I'm going to do the other windows. The kitchen, we have a big bay window out there, and she is horribly against window coverings.
I hate window cover. We've
So-
already talked about it. We won't talk about it again.
Well, it was in the comments.
Yes. I meant my hatred for window treatments.
Yeah, this person has it on one of the rooms in their house, and they've been wanting to do a bunch more. So, yes, this was kind of a test. It worked out real well. I like it, so I'm going to do the windows in the kitchen, since those will not be getting window treatments.
Back to the tread heavy sock tutorial. I will link this video in the show notes. It's 29 minutes, and she does something, I want to say in the heel, but is it in did she say the heel? Somehow
She said heels and toes.
she walks barefoot in her socks a lot and came up with this technique, and you don't walk through your socks. So if you guys would want to try this, if you're blowing out heels or whatnot, I'll link this. I want to look at it as well. I don't have that problem. my mom does. So like if I ever knit my mom a pair of socks, this would come in super handy. You've never blown a heel, have you?
I have that one pair I gave you that... Or no, you did.
Yeah, I blew a heel, but that was because I had cable. And Leah said that sorry, Leah. Leah's like, I'll totally fix that for you. I'll darn that for you. I'd love the practice. And I was like, I already threw them away.
So no,
They
I
were
haven't.
old.
I haven't, but that's because A, I'm not wearing them right now because it's warm out. I don't wear socks when it's warm out. I mean, I wear socks in my shoes, but not around the house. They're a wintertime thing. I do actually have like a dozen pairs, so I rotate through them, and I don't wear them enough to have worn out anything.
I feel like my mom wears them out because she probably gets 20,000 steps a day. The woman never sits still. Like she's constantly moving. I'm like, can you sit down and relax? You're making me nervous.
No, she can't.
She cannot. And then when she does sit down, she'll sit there and her legs doing this.
Yeah.
Like she crosses her legs and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's annoying, isn't it?
I do it sometimes. But Jiminy, I don't have any problem like sitting down and watching a movie. Like my mom sits there and wrings her hand like she can't sit still. She's farting a skillet, as my dad would say. Okay, are you done? Mm-hmm. So recap. Rhinebeck cake, sheep or peen, or Cheeto peen. Those are your options. Oh, or buttons.
Don't forget the buttons. Buttons, all of the buttons.
Don't forget the buttons. A sheep on a button. Somebody did say that you could turn those into stitch markers. You could very easily like put like a little corkscrew eyelet in there or something. I'm not going to do that, but you totally can.
Yep.
I got happy mail after I recorded, so I wanted to show it. Kim sent me a very nice letter. Thank you, Kim. That was so flippin' sweet. And she sent me this skein. Look how cool it is. And it's super squishy and soft. This is Pumpkins and Wool Secret Garden. Isn't their label cool? It's like an old truck with pumpkins in it. And then, I don't know that I've ever talked about this on the podcast or not, but I do not have an addictive personality except for one thing, and it's puzzles. And she sent me this. I've seen this many times, and I'm so excited. I mean, for puzzle makers, look how fun it is. Sorting the colors. This is going to be a good one.
I don't know if we've talked about this, but we did a puzzle. We did a puzzle over Christmas.
It's like, I understand crack addicts.
So it was supposed to be like this fun together thing. It was a mystery puzzle. So you read a little story and it sets a scene and you do the puzzle, and as you do the puzzle it gives you clues. It was a picture, it was a wine room or a wine...
Yeah, you like read a story. It was at a
winery. And
winery.
bottles and stuff. And you're supposed to figure out, based on the picture, the completed puzzle, who did the crime or how it was done or whatever it was. Point is, we start putting it together and it's 11 o'clock. I was like, well, I think I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. And Chevis is like, all right, I'm going to work on this for a little bit. And I get up at midnight. She's like, oh, I'm just going to do a little bit more. 1 o'clock. Did you come to bed?
Oh, I'll stay up till 4 a.m. doing a puzzle.
Yeah,
I
3 or
can't
4.
stop. It's the closest to addiction that I think I've ever been. Oh my goodness. Say hi, Bubba's. Everyone loves a ditto sighting. Don't snag my sweater, dude. You can tell he loves being held.
I want to go play.
Okay, I think that's it.
That's all?
That's all, folks.
That's all she wrote?
So then you'll get to hear more of me after this. Talk about miscellaneous stuff.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Did that work? Did y'all see Dan? Do you like what we have in store for you? Rhinebeck and cake. Rhinebeck and cake. I'm so excited. Okay, the miscellaneous, which, you know, some people are... Actually, me at a certain point, I would have been like, I would have never talked about this on the podcast. Total TMI. What do these people care? Blah, blah, blah. But I talked about perimenopause last episode and the importance of us talking about it and not sweeping it under the rug. I'm sure the guys are immediately like, blah, 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 but you should listen for your loved ones. Women need your help, man. I went to, and I still can't believe I'm talking about this, but I feel like I need to advocate for it because people don't know, and I have a platform that out of the 5,000 people who watch this, the 200 people who make it this far into the video, I really have no idea. It might help one person, and that's cool. So here's your fine print. I am not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. The next words that I say are words that I interpreted from my doctor who listened to what I had to say, which is very different than what you have to say. And the main point of me talking about it is to let you know that if you feel like crap, there is something that could potentially be done and that you should talk to a doctor to see what would work best for you to feel better during this time. I would also like to say, I know that HRT is not for hormone replacement therapy, is not for everyone, and that a lot of you have a certain kind of feeling about it. I know that many people are scared of it. I know that many people have histories of cancer, and there's some scuttlebutt as far as the relation between those things. I'm going to do what my doctor suggests. It is my decision. You are more than welcome to have an opinion, but feel free to keep it to yourself. I'm going to roll with what my doctor has suggested for me. So, and you do you, boo. You do you. Now you don't have to read the fine print. I was miserable. I talked on the last episode that I was doing this perimenopause thing and I was miserable and that I was going to a hormone doctor. And I went today and I'm going on T, which is testosterone. And that's for, like people who transitioning go on testosterone. I need testosterone. I had no idea what hormone therapy was. I have no idea. Like a lot of people talk about estrogen and how you're supposed, like that's the thing. The way she explained it is all of my symptoms, I am straight up 100% perimenopausal. I'm in it. I got a bunch of blood work done. And of all my blood work, my testosterone was in the tank. She said, you are at a 3. And when women start feeling like shit, is anytime they dip below 40. So there you have it, folks. I know that a whole bunch of people feel a whole lot of ways about hormone therapy. I didn't really know much about it till I started looking at it. I still don't really know much about it. But after talking to her, she's like, all of your things, this is going to help you immensely. She did say, which is another learning thing that I did not know, is that, well, I kind of knew, but not really. During perimenopause, it's your body like shutting down from like wanting to have babies, right? So your hormones are like all over the place. So it is sort of like a moving target to try and make you feel better. So even though I'm going on T, there's gonna be some, she's like, it might take us a minute to get it worked out. And even then, like it might work for a little bit and then we're going to meet again and we might have to adjust. So there is some like goofing around with it. And that's just as far as like you might, like I might take it once a week and then I might tell her what's going on and she might have me bump it down to like once every week and a half. Or she might have me take it twice a week. It just depends on what's going on. And I am fine with that as long as I feel like I don't want to kill everyone and that I have energy to do anything. That's why I'm saying like this right here, I am having a great day. This is not normal. Like at least for me in the last 6 months, this is not normal. I feel like myself for some reason today. It is bizarre what these hormones do to you. I mean, I was in a heavy depression last week and felt like I was going crazy. So I am very much looking forward to whatever this next chapter is going to bring and hopefully make me feel better. And I want you to know, if you're going through it, I'm lucky enough to have a man who is 110% supportive of me. And I know that there are a lot of partners out there that probably are not, right? Especially the history of females and our roles in society in general. Just know that if you're feeling crappy, now insurance doesn't cover it. At least my insurance doesn't. And she said a whole bunch of insurance doesn't. They don't even do insurance. The office I went to, they don't even do insurance. They said that I can submit it to my insurance, but they don't cover it. Once again, us, getting the shaft. But I am willing to scrimp and not, buy something fun so that I feel normal again and like myself. There's my PA. The other thing that she said that I found super interesting is that perimenopause in a lot of ways sucks more than menopause because our hormones are all over the place. Once you're in menopause, you're like flat. So they can not flat, like your hormones aren't doing this. Your hormones are doing this. Like whenever you actually get to menopause, you even back out again. And that's easy to treat. Whereas when your hormones are doing this, the moving target thing, it's a little harder. And I'm sure a lot of you out there know that already. But for baby old lady, I'm a baby old lady. There's that there's a movie. Is it Melissa McCarthy says, no, Melissa McCarthy, kind of, they're both funny. Kathy Bates, fried green tomatoes. I'm too old to be young and I'm too young to be old. Like we're in that weirdo, whatever thing. Sorry, that was a whole lot of chatty. I hope you guys are living the life, living the dream. If you are going through some shit, go get it looked at. Life's too short to live your life feeling like shit, and that's how I feel about it. I will put in like exercise. I know everyone cringes. I've been doing this yummy smoothie in the morning with collagen peptides, chia seeds, probiotic fiber, ground flax seeds. And what's the other thing? There's a fifth thing. Creatine. I make a smoothie in the morning with that. I feel like definitely makes me feel better. It could be Dumbo's magic feather. I don't know. But like do something. You don't have to feel crappy. You don't. Life's too short for that. Like get out there, live, and feel good while you're doing it. So I don't normally preach about shit like that. But this is a different chapter, folks. So anyway, treat yourself. Come see me at Cake and Rhinebeck. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All the happy horse shit. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you at Rhinebeck and Cake, unless we catch you on the next one. Bye.